Fellow traders, 'tis I, the Rumpled One, coming to you on Monday, July the 6th. The year is 2026. Let's talk trading, weekly open and gap. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, as we move into the summer months, make sure your risk management is in place so you don't lose more than you're willing to lose while you are trading. So we'll take a look at the week, and right now we can see that according to the dashboard, all the weekly open gaps have filled. The pound is 15 pips above the weekly open, about 4.7, 4.8 off the high, 26 off the low. So you can see not much trading after the holiday weekend, at least not much price action so far. For the month, pound is up 101 from the open, 29 off the high, and 137 off the low. We're putting in the opening range for the week. We're above the opening range for the month by 64 pips and below the opening range for the year by 78 pips. Notice that looks like a return bar right there. For the year, we're 101 pips below the yearly open, 512 off the high, 216 off the low. And we put that low in last month. We had an inside bar on Friday, probably due to the holiday here in the USA, July 4th holiday. We're within that inside bar range. We're almost right smack in the middle of it. And you can see here, there's lots of inside bars, not much trading happening this weekend. 31 pips of range. That's not even in barely an H4 candles worth of range on the pound so far. Let's see, the beast is clocking in at 169, the pound yen, the new beast, the pound New Zealand is at 159, leading the charge. With dollar yen sitting at 162.30, 118 pips of range, so it must be some good trading on the yen. Looking at the buy zone, you can see we've been crisscrossing that daily open, which is also the weekly open today. And it looks like price wants to go up because it hit the sell zone a few times and bounced right off of it. Rats, not enough range for rat trading today, or rat trades. Bambino flex indicator said to go short. Price near the pivot on the pivot trading plan said to go short. Looks like we hit that pivot earlier and went short for a win. Right now we're above the pivot by a little over 2 pips. And we'll have to see what happens from here on out. We did take out today's pivot. We have not taken out the weekly pivot. And we have taken out the monthly pivot. Wick zones. Friday was mostly wick. And we're in the upper wick zone. For the week, 31 pip range, 0 percentile. Haven't moved the needle there. Looking at the simple price action chart here on the 1 minute, you can see prices it came out of the launch pad down here in the 40s. Looks like it might want to try and get to that 65 like it likes to do a lot. We switch over to M30. You can see the last 3 bars plus the current bar over 10 pips of range. So there's some pips to be had. And you can see here price broke through the indicator 2 trend lines. We're in the liquidity zone here on M1, M5, M15, EMAs from weekly down to the M1 are all positive, the indicator 2. Okay, I think I showed traders something new that I'm working on. The FOREX pattern dashboard. And so I was looking, and you can see here, we got a buy signal on M30. So I was looking at this and it was like, what is it that I really want? And it's basically you want the signal, but then I thought, it's kind of nice to know what the market structure is. So if I don't want this whole indicator, I wrote a couple of multimeters so I can see the market structure for distribution, range, compression, and there's also trend up, trend down. And it looks like we almost got a sell signal. I thought I saw that flashed red for a second. So 166 pips of range so far this month. It's only to 43% ATR. We haven't moved the needle on the accumulation. And you can look at some fib retraces here. So almost hit 50% of last quarter. And if we go through here, buyer strong control monthly. We're between the wick zones right now. The week, buyer strong control. We got to fade the pivot on the weekly sell. Lower, high, higher, low inside bar right now. Dropping down to the daily. Lower, high, lower, low, but it's green, so sucker bar, be careful. Oh, and I do believe I added a simple button to the HL5. There's also a version that's got a lot of buttons, pretty crazy. But sometimes you just want to be able to turn things on and off. One click. And looking back here at the price action, you can see from the beginning of the hour to here, prices up, but we're getting the trend lines are now pointing down off of indicator 2, and all I'm doing is plotting from the last two aqua dots, last two magenta dots. Don't use the current, don't use the open bar, wait for it to closes, and you can see, so we got trending down. And what I'm using those for is two things. One, if you see a break through the trend, that's a potential trade trigger. But the other is to stay, if say I went short, I would stay in that short so long as it stays below the magenta line. So this was a potential trade to the north because it's breaking above. You can see it's breaking above the M30 previous high right here. It's into the highest low from 6 bars ago. You've got an outside bar painted there, outside bar painted here, outside bar. So something's probably going to pop one way or the other. You can see here the aqua dots are now flat. And so had you taken a short either here or here, and then all of a sudden you saw that aqua dot, it's one of those things where you could get wiggled out of that trade, but depending on where you put your stop, you might want to stay in that. Because sometimes it takes time for the trades to materialize. That's one of the things that you'll hear repeated when you listen to different traders, the guys that write the books and who go on TV, manage the big hedge funds. Like it's either Munger or Buffett says, they make more money doing nothing. Just sit back, let the market do its thing. You get in a position, you just stay in it. And it's funny because I was watching other videos and you see these guys, some of them have like 10 or 12 screens in front of them, and each screen has like 4 or 5 charts or graphs or displays and gauges. And it's just like, there's no way you can process all that information. So you just need to have something real simple like flip-flop boxes or these trend line breaks or support resistance pushes or breaks or reversals. And most of you who've been following me know I'm, the horizontal line guy. And here was that highest low that I had mentioned right here. And so that actually got put in. This is interesting. I wonder something. Indicator list, HL5, line start at bar true. I wonder why this line didn't start at this bar. I'll have to look at the code. Well, I may have done that for a reason. I don't remember right now. But once again, you had 1, 2, 3 opportunities to take that trade. Could have picked up a couple of pips, and if you went in each time, that'd be 3 times 2 is 6. Not bad trade. Or if you just stayed in just the one trade, still 2 pips. And you do that, 5, 10 times a day, you can make some real money. So, fellow traders, hope everybody had a fun and safe weekend. And when you come back to your trading platform, I want you to always remember and never forget, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.